Hi, and welcome to week 2. This week we will be focusing on evolution and genetic influences on behavior, as well as on sexuality. So let's go ahead and head into the first module, and you will click on week 2, evolution and sexuality. And you can see the key objectives that we'll be doing. Some of them are related to how genetics and natural selection have shaped our behavior, as well as the factors that influence our sexual behavior. So this will be the physiology, psychology, as well as sociocultural influences on our sexual desire. And then also better understanding homosexuality as a normal variation in human behavior. So the first thing that I'll draw your attention to is this weekly reading guide, and this is a document that I created to help you guide your note-taking. The next thing that I will click on is actually an optional reading. So this CDC teen sexual behavior information will be relevant to you as you're creating your sex ed curriculum. So I'll click on this, and I believe it will automatically open this PDF document. And this presents what I think is some generally encouraging evidence regarding teen sexual behavior. But let's go back to Blackboard. I've also given you a couple PowerPoint slides that I'm using in my in-class traditional version for this course, and it presents some additional graphs that you might find interesting, particularly as you're preparing your contribution for this wiki right here. In addition to some of these readings, I do expect that you will be viewing 2 different videos. The first one is this video on the principles of natural selection. Now this is entitled Evolution, and it's a relatively short video that many students have found to be really valuable. Now one thing I will say is that invariably I will have a fair number of students who aren't very familiar with the concepts of natural selection, and certainly a subset of that group, and you may be among them, who feel very uncomfortable with the concepts of evolution and the concepts of natural selection. But I would encourage you, particularly as students of science, students of health and health science, that it's very important for you to understand the principles of evolution. So even if you find that it's not something you agree with, not something you're comfortable with, it is still really important for you to understand what the principle involves. And I think this video does a really nice job of explaining it. The second video that you will be watching relates to mental health experiences of people who are homosexual. It was made in Ireland, but the general message and general concepts certainly carry over to young people in the United States. And so I will emphasize that although homosexuality is not considered to be a mental disorder, people who are homosexual do have slightly higher rates of mental health problems, depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and definitely higher risk for suicide. All right, so once you have gone through the reading, you've looked over the videos, then it's time to engage with others in your group about this information. So the first thing that you would do is to look over this sex ed curriculum assignment. Now, this is actually going to be the first encounter you have with the wiki pages. This is a chance for you and your group to work together to create a wiki. And the actual assignment is right here. You can click on that to open it up. And let me show you the sexuality wiki from this semester, as well as one from a previous semester. All right, now probably the group pages will have opened up automatically for you. I'm going to click here, and you can see now group has opened up. I'll click on Group Wiki. We're going to be doing a lot with wikis this week. And so you'll see there are 3 different wiki pages that I've created for this week, but let's focus on the Sex Ed Curriculum Wiki. So we'll open this up, and you can see that there are several topics that I have provided, and these topics correspond with the wiki assignment. I'll go back here, and we can open up this assignment right here. So there are the basic goal is that you and your group mates are hypothetically going to be involved in advising a county on how to create a sex ed curriculum. And so I have created several assignments. Each group member will choose one of these bullet points to focus on. All right, so information for parents, teen pregnancy, condom use, media, STIs, incidents of homosexuality, homosexual mental health, and variation in normal sexual behavior. And you will see that each of these topics corresponds then with the topics that I have listed here. And I've placed them right here because maybe first thing Monday morning, you want to go ahead and reserve a topic. You're welcome to do that. And then maybe later on, you want to complete it. The way that you would reserve it and the way that you would fill in your full information is by first going to Edit Wiki Content. And then to reserve, you would go to the topic that you're most interested in and you would type your name right here. I'll go ahead and delete that. And then when you actually wanted to fill in the information, you might, this basically works like a Word document. You could use STIs by Amanda Price and then fill in some space with your information. Once you are finished, you would hit Submit. I'll just hit Cancel. Now let me show you a finished wiki page for this so you can get a better feel for it. All right, so this is a wiki page that students completed last year, and you can see each individual student signed up for a different topic, and the students approached their contributions differently. Some people did lots of colors, lots of folks did bullet points, some folks added more color to their text, but the main goal is to provide worthwhile information that helps you to actually answer the question, the topic that's posed to you. All right, I've come back to the Week 2 learning materials. I've explained the sex ed curriculum, and then you also have, for your graded material, a 10-question quiz, just like you had last week. This needs to be completed by Sunday night. You can complete it as many times as you need to achieve your desired score. The other potentially graded thing that you will be involved in is this Understanding Psych Research Wiki presentation. So most weeks, you as a student will be the one who's creating the presentation. This week, however, as a sample, I created the wiki presentation, and it's for the research article that's titled, Are You a Natural? So let me go ahead and click on this. Once again, I'll click on Group Wiki, and I'll open this up, Week 2, Are You a Natural? This gives you a way to review how I created a wiki presentation. So I have the title and information there. You can see I added some images, but really the key part is to explain to the class what was the purpose of the research study, what were the methods. I used a video to help me explain the findings. I have methods, I have findings, and then at the end I've included a discussion question. There will be, I think, 10 different Understanding Psych Research presentations, and you are expected to respond to 8 of the discussion questions. If you wanted to respond to my discussion question, please do. So keep in mind you basically have 2 free weeks, but you have to make sure that you respond to 8 different Understanding Psych Research presentation questions. All right, so back here, I took this topic, Are You a Natural? But each of you needs to decide what topic you wish to focus on, and that's the final task for this week, is this UPR topic selection. So in order to figure out what topics are available to you, you'll go to Project Info, and then click on Understanding Psych Research, and then you'll click on this folder, Articles for Review. And what you will need to do is each of you will have to identify which one of these topics you want to focus on for the presentation. Each one of you can sign up for just one, and each topic can only have one student assigned to it. So I think the best thing to do is to just go through and read over the summaries, and I will tell you that they are listed in the order in which the presentation is going to happen. So this one will be Week 5, Week 6, Week 7, etc. Once you have identified your top choice or choices, then what you will do is go to the wiki for that week. I went to the groups page. I'll click on Group Wiki. And here we have Reserve UPR Topic. And you will see the various titles are listed right here. And when you select your title, you will hit Edit Wiki Content. And then you'll simply place your name next to the topic that you wish to do. And you can see one of the topics has already been selected. So remember, we can only have one student for each topic. Once you list your name, you'll go ahead and hit submit. I'm going to hit cancel. And that's all you need to do for this week. If you do want any help on how to use these wikis, because we're doing it a couple times this week, you can get more information by going back to the Understanding Psych Research folder, and you'll see I have information on the wiki presentation as well as this video right here on how to use the wiki. Now I will tell you that I made this video for a previous class, and so it does make reference to something you'll be doing next week called the Mythbusters task, but don't worry about that. That's going to be for next week. But I think the information is useful nonetheless. So we'll just sign out by bringing up the schedule online so you can keep track of the different tasks that you have for this week. Of course, you have your readings as well as your required videos. Then the required graded assignments are these two wikis, the topic selection that you need to do, as well as your contributions to the Sex Ed Curriculum Wiki. And then keep in mind, you have to respond to at least 8 of the discussion questions related to this Understanding Psych Research presentation, and I created the first one to give you a feel for what you'll be doing in these later presentations. All right, certainly if you have questions for me, get in touch. I look forward to working with you this week. Bye-bye.